The I of magical stands for impressions. And I'm one of those people that think, to most people out there, first impressions are deceptive. That's why I focus on awareness and making you realize and see things so that you aren't deceived by first impressions. Here's an example. Over here I have a black box, a square black box. Inside is a silver box. Which box is smaller, the black one or the silver one? Duh, obviously the silver one. Now, wouldn't it be weird if I closed the black box and then opened the silver box and then placed the black box into the silver box like this? That just wouldn't make sense at all, would it? You see, first impressions can be deceptive. Now that I've messed with your mind a bit, let's talk about first impressions. You see, this is why I focus in awareness on picking up on 5 things, looking at 5 things you never looked at before. That is why people don't see the opportunities around them. That is why people are deceived the first time they meet someone, because they don't take note of what's going on. And there's so many examples I can use with impressions that I actually want to just share personal experience with you. And that should basically put it into perspective. I said to you, I speak from my own experience. And when I moved to London, before I started my career, or when I started my career, I walked the streets for a good 2 years. In fact, the first 6 months I slept on Euston Victoria Station. I had nothing. It was really, really tough. And eventually I got a bed sit. I don't know if you know what a bed sit is. It's a square room where the bed folds up to the wall. And you've got one little hole in the one side, that's kind of a kitchenette. You couldn't even call it a kitchenette, just a little basin really. And on the other side you have the loo, which is basically you can stand on the loo and shower. That's how small that is. And I shared this with 3 other guys. It was still in Earl's Court in London, never forget. But it was better than being kicked off station benches and that at night. So we had to get that money together every week, plus pay lights, water. We had a roof over our head. Now the one thing about the British, they're very friendly people. When you come out of the underground, and they've got all, they call them the high streets, the main streets, all the shops are there and then the apartments are above the shops. You start walking past there over 6 months or a year, you start getting to know everyone, everyone waves at each other. And at that time, it was in the 80s, they had a newspaper for the theatre and the television industry in London called The Stage and Television Today. I believe it's just called The Stage Today, I'm not sure. And they had all the auditions in there, and I'd get it every Thursday and try and go to the auditions and phone up. And after about a year of staying in the bed sit, I see this one ad there. It says an agency looking for new possible celebrity talent. So of course I thought, well, I'll phone up. So I've just been doing the elocution lesson, so I phone up and go, oh hello, the name is Wolfgang Riebe. I'm a conjurer of note and I can do this, and long story. Just gave this whole spiel to the person on the other end. To my surprise, this gentleman said, oh Poppycock, you sound just like the person we're looking for. I'm like, wonderful, should we meet? He goes, absolutely. Are you free? I'm like, I'll have to check my diary. There's nothing there. I mean, it's like, keep him waiting. I'm like, I go, yes, I'm available at 1400 this afternoon. How does that sound? He goes, wonderful, let's meet at your place. Ah, at my place? I'm in a bed sit, in a slummy area. Come on. He's going to notice immediately that I was talking nonsense, because I had just given this long story. So I don't know why, but I said to him, you know, I'm at the Kensington Park Hilton, I'll see you there too. Put the phone down. It was about 10 o'clock in the morning. Man, I was doing this. What now? And I had this idea. I had about 80 pounds to my name, if that much. Walking out of the tube every morning, going up to the bed sit, there was this car hire place I had walked past. So I had an idea. The cheapest luxury vehicle I could afford then would have been a C180 Mercedes back then. So I went down to the car hire place and said, I'd like to hire a C180 for half a day. The gentleman said, no problem, sir, where's your credit card? Credit card? Look, I was a down and out entertainer. No bank was going to give me a credit card. I said, don't have one, but I have 50 pounds cash. He said, no, sir, I need a credit card. And you know, when you don't get your way, you go, okay, I'll take my business somewhere else. So I walked down the high street. Man, I walked for an hour or more. Every car hire place wanted a damn credit card. Now I'm desperate because I have this idea. I take all my belongings, which are 2 suitcases, and I walk back down to that original car hire place. I said to him, listen, for a year I've been walking past you, I've waved at you every morning. You know I live there. Here's all my belongings. Here's my passport. Here's a copy of my father's passport, my grandmother, my second cousin removed, and the family tree, please. To this day, I don't know why he loaned me the car. 5 to 2, I arrive driving the front of the Hilton. There's the concierge standing with the tailcoats. Yes, sir, can I help you? I'm like, yes, I'm just here to pick up one of the guests. Do you mind if I leave the car running? He goes, no problem, sir. In I go. For some other reason, the lobby was a bit empty, and there was a really cute English girl standing behind the reception desk. So I went up to her, I went, hi, my name's Wolfgang, can I show you a trick? How's that for a pickup line? She went, yeah. So I showed her a magic trick, a funny one. I made her chuckle, I blew her mind. I made her day. Then I said to her, listen, this is who I am, Wolfgang, I'm a magician. I'm here to meet an important agent. Should I be sitting with my back to him and he asks you where I am, would you mind pointing him to me? Of course she wouldn't mind, because I'd made her chuckle. I gave her a bit of attention, made her feel good. So I'm standing, it was like 5 to 2. This is how the rich live. Oh, okay. Thought I'd have a look around. Take the elevator to the first floor. The passages were wider than our bed sit. Anyway, depressed, I take it back down to the ground floor. Now, there's that saying, a Kodak moment. Have you heard of it? When you have this Kodak moment, you always remember. My first one, the one that I'll always remember, happened that day in the Hilton there, Kensington Park Hilton. As that elevator reached the ground floor, as the doors opened, man, it was just opening like that, I see this man arriving at the reception desk. Says to the lady, I'm here to see Mr. Riebe. Do you know where he is? He goes, oh, Wolfgang, the magician, there he is, and I'm walking out of the elevator. It was magic. That was the Kodak moment. I'm like, oh, hello. You know, I've had my car brought to the front of the hotel. I'm so sick of this food. Shouldn't we go to Hyde Park and just have a sandwich and a cup of coffee in the park? He goes, oh, no problems. Of course, gets into the Mercedes, expecting that after the long story I told him on the phone. I think the sandwich and the cup of coffee cost me like £2.80 or something like that. That was my step in the door, or my big break in the UK. Because I had deceived that agent. I'll be honest, it took me 3 years before I told him. Okay? I can only tell you that story and hope that you learn from it. Had he checked me out properly, I wouldn't have been able to do that. And of course, being a magician, I was used to creating deception and illusion in a nice way, please. And I'd managed to do that and pull that off. So when I say to you, first impressions can be deceptive, they really can. I've been through that process. So what I want you to do is from now on, pay 100 times more attention to whoever you deal with, whatever you do. Because when you pay attention, that's what makes a difference. Have you ever noticed, I'm sure you have insurance, life insurance or short-term insurance or whatever, or retirement annuity. Do you notice that they're brokers or financial advisors that on your birthday, if you have an insurance policy with them, they actually send you a birthday card? Yeah? How does it make you feel? It makes me feel good. I know he does it to everyone, but it makes me feel good. Now your clients, the people you deal with a lot, do you send them a birthday card on their birthday? Funnily enough, it's only the insurance industry that I know that trains their people to do this, and it makes a big difference. So my question, I repeat, do you do it to your clients? If you don't bother starting. Don't send them a birthday card. Phone them on their birthday. Make it more personal. And don't say, hello, it's Riebe here from this company. I remembered it's your birthday. No. Go, how's it, Sonia? It's Wolfgang. Yeah, I remember it's your birthday today. From the bottom of my heart. Have an awesome year. Lots of health, wealth. Have a wonderful year. Don't mention business. Don't mention your company. Make it personal. Put the phone down. Do you know what that person on the other side is going to do? They're going to tell all their friends about you as this person that's doing the amazing stuff and that's actually caring about them and is taking the relationship to a deeper level, that you're actually showing an interest. They will do word of mouth marketing for you. And isn't word of mouth marketing the best marketing there is? That's called creating the right impression.